I feel like what I'm actually waiting for is a person that makes me feel like I want to have kids with them on my own. I'm not just sitting here dreaming about children and how I wish I had them. But I feel like if I found a man that I loved so much to the point where I was like, I think he would be a great father and I want to have kids with this person. Like I want to procreate and have a child come into the world that is like this person. That makes more sense to me.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? Choco Maria David, and I'm back again with another interesting video. The question is, have you ever seen a man, this is for the ladies, okay? Have you ever seen a man that, just so you just be like, oh, can't wait to pop out babies for him. I can't wait to, it's gonna be a good father. Does it happen to you? Because this lady over here said that she's single and she doesn't have a child because she's waiting to see a man that she'll be like, this one deserves to be the father of my children. Is there a thing like that, or she just been delulu? Let me know your thoughts about this down in the comment section. I just have a few stitches to share with you. So let us watch, relax, and watch the stitches together, and I'll be back with my own opinion. But then let me know your thoughts about this video down in the comment section.
Or is a person that makes me feel like I want to have kids with them.
Children are not gifts to give to men in exchange for their good behavior. They're not presents, they're not toys, they're people. And if you as an individual, regardless of what else is going around you, if you as an individual do not feel like you are equipped, ready, or desire the job of shepherding a person through life, you should not be a parent, and it should not matter what your future maybe partner wants. And I don't know why a lot of women feel so uncomfortable like making a decision about children and then like standing on it. But for real, y'all need to stop waiting around for what like a man thinks to decide whether or not you want to be a parent. Because there is a big difference between saying, I want to raise children, I want to be a mother, and I want them raised in a certain kind of household. And if I don't have that certain kind of household, I don't want to be a parent. And saying, I'll decide when I find a man.
For is a person that makes me feel like I want to have kids with them.
You guys let me know what you think. I feel like women need to start looking at men and say, are you the type of man I want to be married to? And also, am I the type of woman that I want to be married to you? Does that make sense? Basically, can I be a good wife to you? And can you be a good husband to me? We start down this kind of conversational path of like, is he going to be a good husband, good father to my kids or our kids? And we kind of lead with the kid in thought in the frontal lobe and not ourselves. I feel like I see women leading with that similar train of thought of, well, he's going to be a good father to my kids, but they never actually think about, is he the type of man that I can actually be a good wife to or be married to in the long term until death do us part? And vice versa, asking that question, can he be the type of husband that you need him to be? Can he show up in the way, in the manner, in the capacity that you need him to show up for? And I think that will kind of help weed out, women that are married but are single moms in their marriage. I don't know, right? I'm not married, but I think maybe it could potentially help. And also it can help weed out having children with bummy men, or as some would say, dusties. I don't know for certain, right? Because what is for certain in any relationship and in any marriage is that if the person wants to be there and show up for the relationship, they'll be there and they'll show up for the relationship. There's nothing that you can do for that, right? But I think if there's better parameters, maybe we won't hit so many frogs. This was a conversation that I had with my therapist, something similar, if you will, and she seemed to think that my train of thought wasn't completely off at least, but you guys tap in. What do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you agree with like this video that I stitched? Or do you have like any other like opposing thoughts or adjacent thoughts, congruent thoughts. Tap in. Also, this is not to attack anyone that is in a relationship, coming out of a relationship, whether that be divorce, separation, whatever it might be. It's nothing of that sort. It's just a conversation. All right. Have a good night. Bye.
A person that makes me feel like I want to have kids with them on my own.
As a woman, this is one of the most dangerous perspectives I think you can have. And I want to be clear, I used to think like this because I've seen other clips of this interview going around. And I've seen her saying that she can't relate to women who speak about like having always felt this deep desire for children. I was exactly that way. I also could not. I have never had that feeling. I have been ambivalent about children for as long as I can remember. I just also always assumed I would have some because of the culture I was raised in. I also assumed that someone would come along who I would want to have a family with. But I am so sorry to say that that's not the world we're living in. The world we're living in, the dangers of two women of getting pregnant and having children, physically, emotionally, fiscally, in every other regard, fall 100% on women. The dangers do not affect men. The incentive structures don't act on men. They shouldn't come into the equation when you're deciding whether to have kids. You don't want to have and be responsible for children 100% on your own. Don't have them.
If you're still here, kindly put your thoughts, your comments, your opinion, your suggestion down in the comment section. All opinion are accepted if you put them down respectfully. So, are you in agreement with what she said? Because to me, I feel like it's a very wrong perspective. If you feel like you don't want a child, you don't like children, you don't want children, why are you waiting for a man to change your mind? Like you're thinking that, okay, when I get a man or when I see a man that is going to make me change my mind on this no child, this thing, then probably I'll have a child. Then you're not even solid on your decision at all, and which is very wrong, because having children is very sensitive, and I feel like once you have it, that's the end. There's no going back. So if your mind is telling you if you're having just a tiny little doubt, like, do I really want to do that? You don't want it, and it's okay for you not to want children. It's okay for you to just be there not to want children. It's fine. You're normal. You're human. But I feel like now waiting to see a guy to be like, oh, this guy's going to be a good father. I can't wait to pump out babies for him. And just as one of the teachers saying that children are not gifts to give to men for good behavior. They are not gifts to give to men for good behavior. And then when having children, I feel like women should know that you're having this child for yourself. Because if you're having this child for a man, like, I want to do it because my man wants it, I'm having children because of my man, you should be the one making the final decision of having kids or not. Because at the end of the day, these men are not there for the children. They are not there. You are the one that does everything. You are the one that literally do everything, and they decide to leave you just because you are still be the one that's going to be tagged single mother. I don't think I've ever done video about single father, blah blah blah. Most people will tag you with being a single mother, and there's nothing being a single mother. There's nothing wrong with being a single mother, but I'm trying to say that you're going to be alone with those children, even if you don't want to be. So if you are saying that you don't want children, you don't like children, but you're waiting for your man to decide for you, a man to tell you, to make you change your mind, I think that is a wrong move for me. I feel like that is a wrong move for you to feel like, when I see a man, then definitely if he gives me a good behavior, then I will give him a child. I feel like it's a wrong move. If personally you don't want the child, if personally you don't like children and you're having it because of a man, I feel like at the end of the day, you're going to regret your decision. You're going to regret everything. And once you have this child, there is no turning back. There is no turning back. You cannot unhave children. It's not possible. If once you've had them, you have them for life. Like, they are there for life. Like, I feel like it's a decision that you make and it stays around forever. Unlike marriage, you can actually go your separate ways. But when it comes to marriage, when it comes to children, having kids, it's a decision that stick forever. So when you're making that decision, make it for yourself, because of you, not because of when you see a man that makes you want to do it. Men can manipulate you and talk you into doing it. I've spoken to a man that was telling me that he talked to his wife, or it was like I had to talk my wife to have more than 2 children in 2 years or something. I'm like, how did you do it? So like I convinced her, I let her know what's up. They can manipulate you and make you want to even do something that you shouldn't be doing. So it's advisable to do it just because you are the one that needs it, not because you're doing it for a man. Thank you all so much for sticking around to this point. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and kindly put your thought down in comment section. All opinions are accepted if you put them down respectfully, okay? Don't forget to click the notification bell when you subscribe, and you get notified when I upload interesting video like this one, okay? And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.